What's up, Topeka? Welcome to the I'm from Topeka podcast, broadcasting straight from the... We're here to bring you the stories, the people, and the pulse of Topeka. Whether you're a longtime resident or just curious about what makes the city tick, we've got you covered. And sitting across from me today, I got my man.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? I'm Mike G, local Topeka native, independent artist, man. And look, this one just kind of popped up on the schedule. I'm excited today. Who we sitting with, man?
Man, we're sitting with somebody all the way from San Diego, California. We are sitting with the GOAT himself, Reddick, man. Thank you for being here, bro.
How y'all living? How y'all doing, man?
Good, man. Good, man. We appreciate you. Like Mike said, it kind of popped up. Let me get my seat right. But it kind of popped up on, on the schedule because, I mean, coming from California, we got to get you while you in town, you know what I mean? And this past weekend, we had the For the Culture Fest, so you were performing there, and I was like, man, I got to get you on the pod, bro. So I appreciate you for adjusting your schedule, you know, and you being able to come on to the podcast and make this happen.
Appreciate you having me, man. It's always beautiful to support the town, man.
Yeah, man, that's love. That's love. So, man, yeah, so, me and you we go back, from talking about indoor football, flag football, all types of different stuff, just different events in the city. But for those people that don't know you at home and, are watching or listening, kind of tell them who you are and kind of what you do, man.
Yeah, man. So I'm Reddick, independent artist. From Topeka, Kansas. I now live in San Diego, California. Full-time artist at this point. But like Tevin said, like we go back, like way back. Flag football, indoor football, a little bit of everything. So people know me for either one, either football or music. They know me.
Yeah, man. And what kind of what high school did you go to first?
I went to Highland Park High School.
I'm sorry for
best high school in the nation.
Oh, look, here we go. Finally someone so he can't say that, whatever it is. Hoy, hoy, mighty, whatever you say, bro.
Mighty,
Yeah.
Troy, baby, the Trojans, we speak loud, baby. But no, but yeah, what year did you graduate from Highland Park?
I graduated from 2008.
Okay, yeah, so that's literally like kind of like right when I moved here. Yeah. After you graduated, like, were you always into music or like kind of what made you get into music?
Yeah, man. So I always played instruments, bro. Like, I feel like my whole life has kind of been like structured towards entertainment. In one way or another, right? So my mother was a singer, so I grew up singing in church. And then I went from singing, which I really didn't enjoy singing because I was kind of forced to. Yeah. So I went from doing that to playing instruments in church. And then, of course, band in school. And then went all the way up, man.
Yeah. Would you play a certain instrument?
Trombone predominantly, but I play 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what's up.
That is, bro. I got my little start in church as well, man. Started playing drums, so yeah. It's a good start. That gospel feels like a lot of my influence. So,
right, for sure.
Were you influenced? You say heavy by what was your main like musical influence? Would you say growing up?
It would be between gospel and Motown, man. Like for sure. To be honest, I didn't even listen to rap for the longest. And even now, I still don't listen to a whole lot of rap like that.
Really?
Yeah, like if I need inspiration, like I'll dive into stuff like that, like either gospel, Motown, not G-Funk, but New Jack Swing, stuff like that.
Yeah. Those that real feel, like that funk, that jazz. I love jazz. Like I used to go to sleep to jazz. Just put it on the jazz station, just be, man, something really therapeutic about that. So,
yeah.
So,
no, that's good, man. That's good. And you said your mom, she's a singer? She like sing in the church?
Yeah, she sang in church a long time ago. I'm trying to get her back to it.
Yeah.
It was like an experience that she didn't... things kind of went foul, saying one way or another, and she kind of stopped singing. But my mom had a beautiful voice, man.
Yeah.
So so trying to get my mom back to singing. But yeah, she's a singer.
That's good to have that influence and things like that, man. So what made you like get into? I know because you have rap songs and stuff like that. What made you like go that route from like really not listening to rap and you was like, you know what I mean? Like let me put some tracks down.
So what happened, bro? Like I think I was like in 7th grade, right?
Yeah.
And I was trying to write poetry. I was dirty macking. To be honest, I was dirty macking, bro. So I was trying to write poetry to girls that I knew had boyfriends. Yeah. So I was like trying to be cryptic and stuff. Yeah. And like the girls wasn't feeling like, bro, get your goof ass up out there. But like dudes was like, hey man, this dude kind of dope, right?
Yeah, he tried to steal my girl, but he got some bars.
Right,
though.
You feel me? Like my saving grace was the fact that I was good with words. So like they were like, hey, write this for me, this for me. I was like, all right, cool. So I started ghostwriting before anything, right? Yeah. And then when I went to Highland Park, I think his name was EJ Drake. He had a studio there, and a friend of mine wanted to be a rapper. And at the time, I didn't even want to rap, bro. Like I was in there doing skits for people's projects, like comedy skits.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So I was in there, and somebody was like, oh yeah, like he do the comedy thing because I mean that's all he can do. And I was like, that's all who can do. Look, I was like, I can do everything in here, bro. Like, and we got into it for a minute, and I started writing a verse, and then that was how my first song came about.
Let's go. What was that song called?
I don't even remember.
Man,
it's like the song's like it's not a game or something, like, you know, like that was like 2006 or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, everybody's trying to be super tough, man.
Man, everybody.
Everybody's trying to be super tough.
Bro, I had a song in middle school. Like, a lot of people ask me, and like, might be like, when you gonna rap or something like that? It's like, I'm not doing that. But that was my middle school days, because I had a song in middle school with my boys, and we were called, I can't remember. I went by T Harms, but we had a song called Hater Blockers. And it was, I found some random, like, clear, like, protective glasses. And I was like, put them on. And I used to walk around like middle school, and people would be like, "Yo, what up, T Harms or something?" But bro, I can't see. I got my hater blockers on. We wrote a song called Hater Blockers, bro.
Y'all really went in on that,
bro. If I can find a track, it's somewhere on a CD around here somewhere, bro. I'm gonna plug it in,
bring it
bro.
back and remix it now, bro.
Bro, we're gonna have
put
to
samples on it.
Sample that.
We got to, bro. But yeah, man. Like I mean, like you said, everybody was trying to be tough back in middle school, bro. It was one of them things, but that's hilarious. Okay, what made you go from, like, you know, like be like, I could rap or I could do comedy skits and stuff like that, to like really being like, no, I can actually rap. Like, I'm actually put out an album, you know, put out some songs.
So what happened, I'm trying to think of like the real story, like exactly how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was like my senior year, right? There was this dude, because I did choir senior year, and everybody kept ranting and raving about this dude at Topeka West named Philip Watson. Everybody knows him as Braille now. Braille Watson. He was on my set, But everybody kept telling me, it's like, oh, Braille's the best singer in the city. Braille's the best rapper in the city. And my ego couldn't take it. Like, because like, bro, when you're in choir in high school, we do like Stacy Beaver concerts. It's like all like, they're like competitions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, we go and then you see Braille. And I'm just like, all right, man, he ain't even that good, bro.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, I was like on some hater stuff, but a friend of ours connected us, and Braille was making a home studio. And I was like, all right, cool. So everything he needed, I just so happened to have. So he was like, he was like, I don't have like a disc changer or a duplicator. I was like, I actually have one. Just randomly, bro. I don't know why we had it, but I was like, I have one, you can have it. So I helped him set up his studio. And in return, I was like, just let me record here, bro.
Yeah.
He was like, you rap? I was like, not yet, but I want to. And then that's what happened. Like, I even said it at the Culture Fest. I was like, when I first started like actually really rapping, for real, I was a hype man for Braille. So like, I still didn't take it seriously. Like most of the time through college, like I would put out songs, we put out projects. So it was enough for me to just kind of be known for doing music, but I never considered myself an artist.
Yeah.
You know, I think that transition for real happened. Like I started doing my own solo sets and stuff like that, and like the Booby Trap and such like that. This dude Savon had hit me up, and he was doing sets, and he's like, hey man, I want you on this set. And then Dash Diggs was like, yeah, we on. So I'm just on this bill with people that are already known rappers in the city. And I was like, I've never performed by myself. I need to figure this out quick. And like, it was that drop in the bucket that expanded, bro. So that's what made it like, all right, like maybe I can for real do this.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I can keep going. Like,
let them know, because
like the series of events like that. So I was doing like that circuit from like, I think maybe like 3 years. You know what I'm saying? I was doing shows like with T-Rail, stuff like that, at Azteca, such like that. So we was all coming up as artists at around the same time.
Yeah.
And then randomly one day I was at work, I think it was like 2015, 2016, something like that. I get this post on Facebook, and I just see like a bunch of people like this post. I'm looking at my phone, and like I'm on this flyer opening for Lupe Fiasco.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, in Lawrence, Kansas. And that was the exact moment where I was like, maybe I should take this a little bit more seriously than I have been.
Right.
So like,
doors are opening.
Yeah, bro. Like after that, it was off to the races, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. What was that? Where was Azteca at? I remember.
Azteca was like on 6th Street, bro. It was like a little Mexican bar, a little Hispanic bar.
That's what it was. It's not there no more, is it? They changed it.
I don't think so.
They changed it into something. Because I was like, when you said that, it like instantly brought back memory. But yeah, there's a lot of people, like when I was in high school and stuff, I remember them doing shows and stuff out there. I never went to them or anything, but yeah, that was a different age. You know what I mean?
That Azteca was Topeka's version of the Apollo. Like if you suck, they made sure to let you know you suck.
Man, they just it's like, we're gonna be honest with you, man. We're gonna try to help you with honesty. But see, there's something about that I respect. I know it can be crushing to people. It can be a little too much, but man, some people got the wrong friends and people around them to some, you know what I'm saying? Some people need to be like, hey, have that person around like, hey, maybe try to switch this up a little bit, or the way I'm hearing it, and give them that good feedback that they can maybe trust a little bit. But
yeah.
Bro, I seen a comedian recently and how he worded it, like, of course he's a comedian, so everybody laughed at it, but you could tell it was like an awkward laugh at first.
Yeah.
He was like, bro, life was easier when you could bully people. And like, and we all laughed, and everybody's like, wait, bullying's wrong. He was like, nah, hear me out. Nobody wanted to be the weird kid. So when somebody said, hey, you're being weird, let me help you not be weird, that weird kid was no longer weird anymore. Right? So like when you could bully, you could fix what you were bullying. And he was like, everybody switches up when you get punched in the face. And that's not always a physical thing.
No, it's not.
So I agree. It's like if
it's hate now.
Yeah,
it's
bro,
called,
like,
instead of
now
bullying, now it's called
hater.
yeah, exactly. No,
it's
you can't
like,
receive nothing. That's what that
it's
means.
Like I can respect what you're doing,
right?
But I can, in the same respect, I can tell you like it's just not for me.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
This is the type of stuff that I like. So if you're trying to appeal to a demographic like me, maybe try doing this. It doesn't have to come off as like, hey, bro, you suck. Never do this again.
Hey, man,
Put
that was trash. Like, nah, it's just like some, just some good, like some respectful, like criticism a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't criticize nobody now. It's crazy.
It's definitely hard. It goes a long way.
Yeah.
What was that like being on the stage? Like, you know, for your first time when you learn, you was like, oh, like with Dash, shout out to Dash Diggler, because that's my
goat,
dog,
bro.
man.
The
goat.
Hey,
The
shout
goat,
out.
man. But what was that like on stage, you know, when you had to learn that for the first time? Like,
bro, it was one of the most, I think, scary and humbling experiences that I've had to date, bro. Because like, I don't know if you ever seen that Kanye interview when he was like, all I know is I never want to feel like this ever again. Right? Like he's like, I'm nervous and I never want to feel this again.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it was too cold without a following. It was Dash without a following. It was around the time the Skeptics were big, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to
So
Skeptics.
yeah, so Fresh was on the bill and stuff like that. So it's like, bruh. And it's like a bunch of, like, all those names are T-High. Like, I was the only Highland Park kid.
He's a rival, too.
Yeah, so I'm just like,
we're going to boo him for sure.
Right. I'm just like, dang, like, y'all all here for all these people that y'all grew up with, that y'all really vibe with. And then there's me. And there's, like, I was never Lyric Reddick. It was always Lyric and Braille. So, like, now I'm here, like, trying to make a name for myself amongst people that already got a name.
Yeah.
But it was like, I don't know, once I got past it, because I used to be real big, like, I would not look at the crowd. I was over the crowd, and I would have like nervous tics. No, I really don't remember. Like, I know Dash came up to me and like he just whispered in my ear. He's like, "We're bullshitting, boy." I said, "All right." Like, after that, like,
he knew. He said, "Bro, be you."
Like, just do you, bro. And like, I performed, and then like after that, it was like quick, bro. Like, I was at the mall, like at Champs. And then Chris walks into Champs, because you know about the Skeptics, they all sneakerheads.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
Was in
He walks into Champs, like, and then Trev was in there, and he was like, Lyrics the man of the hour. And then after that, everybody wanted to see me perform.
Yeah,
so it was like,
that's fire, man.
Yeah, bro, it was like that real quick. But bro, I was so like legit, like voice trembling, nervous.
No, I feel that. I feel that, fam. It's not easy. It's not, because like you think it's gonna go one way, and then sometimes you get out there, the mic, nothing's hitting right. It's like the volumes are off, and you're like, bro, this ain't how I was rehearsing at home. This is not, nothing's going like. And then like that's important what you said, because like when you grow a little bit, and I don't know if you align with this, but like when you start being more in the moment, and when you said kind of looking past the crowd, you start looking into people's eyes. Like you start like looking at the crowd more, and you start being more in that moment, because you get your feet more like comfortably set.
Yeah.
So I felt when you said that, like of looking past people. Like I'm just up here, and then the time just flies, and you're not really like, you know, feeling like you're comfortably there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, my set's over. How like it's just like so, man. That's a lot, though.
Dope. Yeah. But that's dope. That's a learning. You know what I mean?
Really
it's part of the journey. You know, like you all got to go through it. Yeah. Just like football, basketball. You know, you're nervous the first time you go out there.
Oh, for sure.
When you make varsity, you know what I mean? You're nervous the first time you go out there, but it's a little different because all that pressure's on you compared to being like, I'm in a uniform. I got my team. You
like you're in the spotlight.
Like behind the mask, none of that, bro. Like, nah, it's like I'm here and I'm the only focal point for the moment.
Yeah.
See,
like, for these next 15 minutes, like everything I do or say, like, comes back on me and only me. It was different. It was.
And in church, that's when I was like, I went from like I was a drummer, so it's like, oh, this is gonna be, you know, I'm kind of sitting in the back. You go from drummer to when you're in the front of the stage, it was just you, like you're saying. It's like it's a little bit different. You got everyone's like relying on you for sure. So
that's what's up. So where'd you go after that? Like, you know, did you just keep doing shows and everything like that? And
yeah, man, I kept doing shows. Like, so after those first initial couple shows, right. That's when like I did the circuit around here. So like every major, mid-major artist that would come around here, I was on the set. So it was like Bone Thug came a lot, Lil Flip, stuff like that, right? Whitney Payton. So every time somebody would come around here, I would be on the set.
That's what's up.
And then, like I said, Lupe popped off. And it was more like, honestly, bro, the Lupe show was like the best and worst thing that happened to my ego, bro. Like the best and worst. Yeah, bro. Because like we weren't even allowed to go backstage.
What?
Yeah, bro. Like we pulled up, like, yeah, bro, Lupe, like, you know how they say never meet your idols? It was one of them moments, bro. So like Lupe like had like a buffet set up for his family and he was backstage playing fighting games and such like that. So we pull up, he was like, oh no, y'all can't come back. And I was like, but we're performing. He was like, nah, it's only Lupe's family. The other performers on the bill were Lupe's cousins.
Oh.
So like I was the only like local support on the bill. So I was like, all right, whatever. So we set up, I rocked, and then I had to go back out into the stage. I'm stewing, bro. I'm mad.
Oh yeah.
I'm mad. In that moment, I was like, man, Lupe, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, F him, da-da-da. And like I'm standing in this corner, like if y'all been in the Granada, like it's like the floor, then the step up, and it's like this corner, this barricade. Yeah. And I'm just sitting there. Even he came out, but I just sat there.
Yeah.
Like sat on like the little barricade. And like towards the end of the set, he was like, look, man, he's like, who was the dude that performed first? And it was like a moment where like everybody just happened to know where I was at, bro. Like, right, it was him.
Yeah.
And I'm standing there and he was like, come holler at me. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Cause like I spent this whole 2-3 hours just mad at you, bro. And then you tell me come holler at you. And then like just broke down my performance, broke down like how to move through stuff here and there and just everything, bro.
So kind of just gave you that little boost, like, hey man, like, see, obviously saw what you're bringing, but like just trying to like help you with a few things.
Yeah, bro, gave me the game, bro, and still to this day, I'm not gonna say Lupe is my friend. It's not a person I can call or anything like that. It's none of that. But when I did release my album a couple years ago, he did review it for me. Like I sent it to him like on a whim, just like, hey, I don't know if you remember me. I opened for you in Lawrence. I opened for you here. I think I did like 3 shows. And I was like, I did this, that, and the other. And like I was like, if you get time, please check out my album. And he actually gave me feedback on it.
That's what's up.
So it's like, it's forever love for Lupe.
It's like he didn't have to do, he took the time to like really do that, man. So that's, like, shout out Lupe for that, man.
Right, for sure. I can't be like, oh, big bro working, but I was like, man, that was a moment. It's like, all right, cool, man. At least I made my mark.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Do you think he'll let you backstage now?
Maybe he's not playing video games, bro.
He said maybe he's not playing. So in San Diego, you frequent like certain places? Like, would you do shows at certain places, or do you just kind of how are you doing shows out there?
So for a while I was, bro, up until honestly, COVID rocked everything. Like I feel like COVID, like it rocked as far as me doing like live shows, but as far as me learning the business aspect of the music business, it very much so helped me. So I always tell everybody, like, that leveled the playing field for a lot of people.
It really
right?
did.
Because at that point, it's like, bro, like, if you're only making more money than me because you're touring, you no longer can tour.
Yeah,
like, now it proves who really got talent, who don't, right? So, like, but before that, I was doing a lot of shows, like, here and there. I had just booked my biggest show in San Diego when COVID happened. It was at the House of Blues.
Oh.
Yeah, bro.
Man.
Like, so when that canceled, it was like... Man,
such a letdown. Yeah. That's a soul punch. Like, right there.
So it's like, that sucked. And then, so all 2020 was down. Half of 2021 was down. And then my first big show in California after that wasn't even in San Diego. It was up in the Bay Area. So I was like, all right, cool. So I got a little buzz there and then just kept trying to move.
Yeah.
I will say the past couple of years, I've fallen off of performing though. We just had a lot of personal stuff going on, like with family and such like that. So I took a step back, but
it's coming.
Definitely.
It's coming.
Yeah, definitely, man.
You got it, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying.
You
like,
killed it for the culture, for sure, man.
Appreciate it.
That's your thing.
So, it's just one of those things, like, man, I definitely get what you're saying, though. You know what I mean? Because you get to a point, man, COVID wrecked a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, COVID wrecked a lot of stuff. But before you, like, went out to San Diego, like, what led you to make that leap? To be like, I'm going to go out to San Diego and do this?
Bro, honestly, it was football.
Oh, yeah.
It was football, bro, because, like, I was playing for a team in Nebraska, and then that kind of went foul, and then I went to Slime to Liberty for a little bit, and then nothing. So, like, I got cut from the Liberty.
Yeah.
Because, like, bro, like, the Liberty and either way, I got cut from the Liberty. You know how indoor football go, bro. You know how
that life is just, it's wild, bro.
Right, bro.
It's
so,
wild.
like, I was sitting there, and then, like, a friend of mine sent me, like, this, like, a flyer for a team in San Diego. And I was like, I lived in Escondido for a little bit when I was younger. So I was like, I wouldn't mind going back to California. So I just sent them film. And it was like, oh, yeah, come play. I was like, all right, bet. So like in the meantime, I was like, this is my move. Like, I'm going to go to California. So I picked up on a team here, like in Lawrence, like a semi-pro team. Like the Knights, I think was the name of it. And I ruptured my patellar tendon. Yeah, bro. Like just in the in-between time, ruptured my patellar tendon, had surgery. And I was like, I'm still going to move. Like I was determined. I was like, I'm getting out of here, bro. Like, I'm going. So I was like, I moved out there. The team helped me rehab. And then that was my second knee surgery. And the doctor was like, you got kids? I said, nah. He said, you want them? I said, yeah. You want to play with them? I was like, well, football done.
Well, there goes that.
Football done.
Yeah.
And like that was a rock in itself because I was like, all right, so what now? And that's when I like more so had to like further push me into like being a full-time artist. Cause I was like, all right, like what else am I passionate about? What else can I really do? I was like, I'm really good at music. Like I'm not even like, and I think for the longest time I spent my time being too humble about it, right?
Yeah.
People be like,
that's a real thing.
That's
a real thing.
Yeah, bro. It's like, oh, people, you're dope. I'm like, oh, thanks. I'm just trying. I was meek about it. But if you question me about anything else that I was good at, I'm popping tough, bro. Like I'm talking my shit. So I was like, it was that time. I was like, all right, bro. It's time to be the man behind the mask. Like, what else am I good at? Like, what else am I passionate about? What else should I beat my chest about? And it was music. So that's what kept me there. That's what kept me in California. Because I was like, either I can stay out here and try to chase this dream like I'm doing, or I can go back to Topeka and just remain the big fish in the small pond. And I didn't want to do that.
It's just like there's good opportunities here, but I mean, when you have that opportunity to, go to a bigger city, and get the experience. I mean, because you can always come back. That's the thing. That's a lot of people don't understand. It's like you can always come back home. You know what I mean? But go out there and get those experiences. You know what I mean? Like go experience what it's like. And then if you do come back, you have that experience to bring back to this city. You know what I mean? So you could be like, this is how they do it out here, and this is how we can implement it here. But
definitely.
Yeah, that's crazy. That indoor football life is crazy.
Man,
bro.
Yeah, you both. did that for a minute, huh?
That
bro.
Getting cut. I mean, they'll just cut you, bro, like that, and then or they'll just have you keep coming out, and you're like, bro, what am I doing? Like, are we playing? Like, am I doing something? Like, what am I supposed to be doing? Man. Like, how can I work when they're like, oh, we need more experience? And you're like,
yeah,
what?
That's crazy.
I was like, so I'm good enough to scream. It's like, don't keep me for scout team, bro.
Don't keep me. I'm grown, bro. I'm grown.
Right, you feel me?
In college, it's a whole different thing. Y'all are paying me to be here, cool. Like I got room and board. Like I can scout. But when you're a professional, bro, it's like I'm not tearing my body up for scout team.
Right, bro. And then all of a sudden, everything around you just starts looking worse and worse.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, you're not going to play me, but he's smoking cigarettes on the sideline.
Like, fam, like,
bro, what?
It don't make sense, bro.
So what to bring it back to the music too, man, are you working on like an album, or you got something in the works, or you just kind of working on singles, or what's your next thing?
So right now, I was just telling him the other day at the Culture Fest, I have an album finished, right? But I didn't put it out. It was one of the things like, so my brother passed away in 2023, like the beginning of the year,
man.
right?
Yeah, rest in
so
peace.
like,
sorry to hear that, man.
Thank you. But like I went through that dark place, and then I just started writing. I wrote this whole album, and I was like, all right, it's done. It's pressed up. I had a name for it. I had the cover. I was ready to put it out. And then like I waited for a second. I think it was like around my birthday, which is in December. I sat down and I actually like gave the whole album a listen full through. And I wasn't quite out the dark place, but I was in a better place than I was. And I really sat there and I listened to it, and I was like, I wouldn't want to listen to this, bro. Like, I was like, I feel like all the songs needed to be heard. They all need to be recorded. They all have a place. But in one full album, I was like, bro, this is sad. Like, I don't want to put this out.
Man,
like, I just didn't want to.
It's just
like a Rod Wave album.
You're right. Like,
you feel me,
deep poetry, bro. It's like deep poetry.
Right. Like all the beats were dark. Like, I look at the cover. The cover was dark. I was like,
man,
bro, this isn't a good representation of, I don't want to say it's not a good representation of me, because like duality is real. You know what I'm saying? Like I battle depression. That's not something I keep a secret. Like I do. So it's like, all right, this is a part of me, but it's like, this is not a good representation of my brother.
Man, that's deep.
Right.
That's like some things are, like you realize that some things are just, you can't put everything out. Like everything's not meant to be put out. Like sometimes it is meant for you to maybe even just revisit sometimes. Like, man, I was in this time. Like this was that time.
Yeah.
That's deep poetry though, bro. That's real art. Sure. Like when you're a real artist, you're really processing and writing.
So
for sure.
No, that's dope though. So what do you plan? What do you plan on doing with it? Like you plan on release song by song?
I'm gonna release it song by song. I'm gonna part it out. Right now, what I'm currently working on, Quiet as Kept, I do a Christmas album.
Oh yeah,
like I've done this past couple years. Like I went from doing a song to like just do like 4-track album, direct to consumer. Like I don't put it on streaming or anything. Okay. I'm also working on an EP. Right now.
There you go.
Like in this time, like when you asked earlier, like what really influenced me, and I was like, bro, I really don't listen to a lot of rap. I listen to a whole lot of R&B though. Like 90s R&B, present R&B. You know what I'm saying? Like period.
I love that. Yeah.
So like everything I've been writing recently, I'm like is strongly influenced by like that. Right.
That whole area,
so I'm doing a whole EP of like 90s type samples. But I don't want to be Tory Lanez. Like he hit the lane and he hogged it.
He's on it.
So like that's not the place that I want to go. But it's like, bro, like if I can tie it all into it, you know what I'm saying? All the beats, doing all the samples and stuff myself, me and my producer. So like just
Oh, so you got a producer down there in San Diego that you said with that's so nice too. I've found a couple people on BeatStars, man, and I've met some people through TikTok, a guy in Portugal, like that's who I've been getting some beats from and stuff. But so yeah, man, it's good when you can sit with a producer though, and you can sit there and craft something together. That's important.
Right. It's lovely, bro. It's like I love having those type of connections, bro. Like if I don't have to go look for it, like even my DJ from the Culture Fest, he's a producer. So if there's something that I can't figure out, I'll hit him. I'm like, bro, like how does this make sense?
Right.
And he's great at what he does. Like he'll chop it up real quick. Like he does every once in a while. Devin will make a beat every day for like a month, and like all sound different. It doesn't sound like a stock beat. I just put this together like trash. Like no, like he actually cares about it.
Yeah.
So and then same with my producer out there, bro. Like this is what I want. This is my vision. This is the feel. Because like how I make songs, like I envision like scenes from what I hear.
Got you.
So I'm just like, bro, like I want something that sounds like a sunset. Like it has to sound like pink and orange.
That's what's up.
Right?
Yeah.
And like how my mind works, my producer be like, all right, pink and orange, that sounds like these keys. And since I'm also a musician, like I can like get on the keyboard, but like it has to sound something like this.
Feel it out,
yeah,
like
idea.
Like that's so
like
special.
This general area.
That. Yeah, man. That and man, when you just said about people, you can tell when it's a producer just like they're really good, but they're just like flooding beats out to get that money versus someone that's like taking that extra time. You can hear it. You can hear them extra little things like, oh yeah, you really did this.
You cared about this.
Yeah, you cared a lot.
Sure.
So
a specialty. Yeah. Like that's what we were talking about. We were talking with Chucho last episode, where it's like, understanding how to hear keys compared to how to read music. Do you know how to read music?
Yeah.
You do? So that's the hard part that they were talking about is like they're just like you could read a little bit of music, but it's like learning how to read music is different than learning how to listen for music. You know what I mean? That's a different thing. Right. So when you tell your producer like pink and yellow, it's like I'd be like, yeah, pink and yellow. Like, I wouldn't know what to do with that. I'm like, the colors, like, that's the album cover, like. But he's like, no, like this is what it should look like, sound like. You know what I mean? But that's dope. Yeah. That's real dope. That's real dope.
So distribution wise, man, are you, because I feel you on the direct to consumer, so I'm working on my album. I've been working for a minute on it. I'm planning on releasing it next month, or not next month, but September. And I was looking at the rollout too, because I've been releasing through DistroKid, for a little bit, but there's just some, you already know, like just some, all kinds of stuff going on with the different DSPs and stuff, streaming platforms. But are you doing like the Bandcamp thing? Are you doing, when you talk about direct to consumer, is it directly on your website, or how do you go about that process?
So I've found really good success with Bandcamp, but I'm looking into other avenues now, right? Because what's the one I was talking? I was researching.
It starts with an E. Even. There's an Even.
Yeah, Even.
Yeah, Even's one.
And then there's another one that's like basically people will pay you like monthly just for your content, right? Patreon.
Patreon. Okay.
Yeah, Patreon, stuff like that. So I've been looking at all those avenues, trying to think what is the best, but I found really good success through Bandcamp, bro.
That's
yeah, because I was looking, man, I mean, you can have like digital downloads, you can sell package merch with that, right? And then people can literally download that and put it on their Spotify playlists and all that too. So
it goes everywhere. And like you said it, like I always just said it like, look, it's $1, bro. It's $1. Because at the time, like, or 1 year I did it just donations. Like, look, whatever you want to give is what you give. And I
wanted what you want.
Yeah, bro. And I wound up cleaning up off of that. And it's like, all right, bro, this is dope.
Yeah.
So that's what made me decide, all right, my next 2 projects, which would be the one I'm working on right now with the samples, and then the holiday project, are both going to be direct to consumer. And then I'll release another one on distro.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get away from DistroKid. I'm trying to convert to United Masters, because I heard it's like it's way more artist friendly. But like making that transition is hard, bro.
Yeah, you start looking at it's like, oh man, I gotta like figure out, because it's hard. DistroKid, you can't talk to somebody. That's what's the hardest thing. You got the bot chats, and then you gotta wait on emails. So I mean, shout them out for what they've done so far. But yeah, I'm running into a few issues with that. So
what so I mean, you're out in San Diego, and not too far from the Bay Area, but La Russell.
Yeah,
Russell, he be doing his thing out there, huh?
You ain't hit the pergola up yet?
Yeah,
bro. That was my first show back after I said, like, after 2020, 2021. Hey. It was like the early stages of pergola.
Yeah.
Oh my! So you performed
he didn't have the official. He didn't have the official
it's,
pergola.
It's not what it is now. So like,
that's
it's
golden,
now. It's like, bro, like I performed on this man's deck.
That's
wild.
Yeah, that's how we started, bro.
And now it's like, bro, like this is like a full concert venue in this man's backyard.
They're killing it, bro.
Nuts.
He just got off tour with T-Pain and all. He's doing his thing.
Russell is crazy, bro. Like,
his energy is dope, bro. I rock with it, bro.
His presence is dope, bro.
I love it. I want to go to the pergola. I'm gonna go to the pergola at some point, bro.
Gotta make
I really want to. Yeah.
So what does he use? Because he uses first of all, I don't know if you're ever gonna see this, but shout out to Lil Russell, man, because
he'll probably see it.
Shout
Instagram,
out Lil Russell, man. We love you, bro.
Yeah, we do. All the way in Kansas, man, because on Instagram, dog, I came across your page when I was like at one of my like building my gym stages, and I was just seeing how you were building like your, music brand and your music business, and you was talking about like, I'm not going to these business meetings, and I'm not going into it like just being like, yeah, I'm gonna sign anything. Like I'm gonna build what I'm doing. So shout out to you, because you gave me a lot of like motivation on like I can do it independently, and I can build and I can grow. And honestly, like your mindset led into like a lot of the stuff that we're doing with the podcast and everything like we're doing with our branding and stuff. So man, shout out to you, because you're a huge influence on us for sure.
Yeah.
But how does he go about doing like, does he do like he does like pay what you want, or pay, like you can put an offer in, but if it's not like what
offer based, like everything pretty much for his shows too, right? He's doing offer based for his shows merch. I think he does it with all of his everything.
I'm pretty sure he does it for collabs now too, actually.
Yeah, dope.
Yeah. I know. I'm pretty sure I heard about Even. I think I heard him talking about Even is where I heard.
Oh,
yeah, right. But then he also has like the side company, the Good Company.
The Good Company.
Yeah. I think he might do it himself now, but I don't know how he started.
Yeah, that's what
and that's what I'm trying to figure out, bro. Because if he's doing it himself, that's something to look into.
Yeah.
And there was also an artist, Futuristic, that had he had a site that was kind of like that.
Yeah,
it allowed you to go direct to consumer, but it was more so. I feel like that aspect of the site kind of failed, but everything else about it is like, all right, this is how you reach out to bigger artists. This is how you do it. So it was good for networking and such like that. But as far as like direct to consumer, it wasn't that great.
Yeah.
So,
I love it though, man. I love like being able to walk up to someone and have that conversation and like plant the real seed like in person. Like there's something special about that too, man. Just like selling CDs out the trunk. Like it's crazy how we always go back and it's a cycle, it repeats itself. Like it feels like we're going back to that in a way.
Right.
Yeah. And that's a beautiful time though. It feels like it's just real community instead of like, y'all man, like go buy this. It's just like an online link. Like there's just something special about real humans interacting in person. So
I feel like that is what makes the game worth it, bro. It's like the connections, like being able to talk to you in person, being able to sit here with you. That's what makes everything worth it, bro.
For sure.
Like, as far as sitting behind the computer all day, like I never signed up for that.
I
never signed up to do that, bro. Like that's not my thing.
Yeah.
So I very much so miss the days of out the trunk promotions, bro. Like I understand why it's not feasible. Like it's not as great as it should be, but at the same time I do miss it though.
Yeah.
For sure.
And that's huge though. Like, I mean, speaking about the trunk, you're out in Cali and stuff, like, Nip, did you ever make it out to the marathon, like or anything like that?
No. So I wanted to go before. Like I've been on the street, but it's one of those things like, bro, like if you ain't a rolling 60, don't go. Like,
really? It's
for
like
real, bro. Like it's like there's like an alleyway right next to like that shopping center, and they're like, nah, don't go down this alley. Like they're for real, like, nah, you can't go down there. So it's like I've been there, I've seen it, but it's like boarded up. took a picture of it real quick, and I just kept it moving, bro.
Just kept pushing.
Might even be more like that now too.
Yeah,
I feel
bro.
they're probably just keeping.
Yeah, I feel like when Nip was still alive, like that was like the prime time to be able to go. But like after he passed, like that whole neighborhood was on high alert, bro. Still to this day, it's like there's nobody's gonna come tag nothing, do nothing to the house the Nip built. So I ain't been over there.
You didn't even make it out there when he was alive or anything like that, man. No, he was a big influence on like the stuff that I do too, you know, just because of like just his mindset, like getting it out the trunk. You know what I mean? Like selling a CD for $100. He's the
one. He really pioneered the $100 album.
Oh, for sure.
Man. And then people thought he was crazy until people started buying it for 100 and more than that. People spent more than that.
Bro, that unwavering belief in himself to sell a project for $100.
Yeah.
And didn't care what you thought about it.
No,
like $100.
Yeah. And that's kind of as an artist for me, not to put any of the spotlight on me, that's what I'm trying to continue carrying is like know your value and don't be afraid to ask for a price. You know what I mean? When it makes sense, especially when you've been seasoned, like someone like yourself, you've been working on this for some years, man. So yeah, it's definitely a real thing, and people will always take your charity work, and shout out charities. That's important. I'm not saying that. I'm saying people will always take you for free work though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
At some point you gotta be like, nah, like, so we've been talking about that a lot too, because that's a challenge sometimes, you know.
Yeah, man. You gotta like, I seen you made a post the other day about working with content creators and stuff. And it's like, if you're not willing to pay, I'm not who you want to work with.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I don't want to say I've always been, but I've recently been like, all right, look, this is my price and I'm standing on it. Like, and you're gonna pay a deposit too. And I'm adamant about it, bro. Like, you want me to do something? Cool. Like, this is how much it's gonna be for me to do it. Yeah. I need a deposit by this date, or I'm not coming, bro.
Exactly.
Like, I'm just not doing it. Exactly. And people are like, oh, you're being cocky. No, I'm not.
No,
you reached out to me.
Man. Yeah, exactly. You reached out to me. And like a lot of people don't get that. Like, it's like, because I'm gonna start having to have people pay a deposit, because there's times where like the day before they'll cancel. And it's like, as a content creator, it's like, I'm not necessarily desperate to say like, man, I was looking forward to that. But it's like, I got bills too, y'all. You know what I mean? Right. Like, I can create big, or just like, don't hit me up, because I start planning on how I can make your video a highlighting video to where people will want to come shop with you or come use your services or want to reach out and intrigue about what you got going on. So it's like, I put a lot of stuff into that. Once you hit me up, I start doing my research on how I can make this happen. But then when you cancel on me, it's like, right. Why, like, bro, that's like a lot of creativity that juices I could put towards my own stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
right. The man hours behind it, bro. Like, that you don't see. And it's like, dog, I can't pay my bills in clout coins.
Bro, thank you.
I can't pay my bills in clout coins, bro.
You can't.
Bro, so like when learning to set that boundary was literally the hardest part of being an artist, bro.
It's tough.
It's like, like I do like you. Like I do fool with you. So I want to do it, but I can't do it for free.
Yeah, I can't do it for free. Like, I rock with you. You know, a lot of the, like, I've done stuff for free. Like, I'm from Topeka Videos. When I first started off, I did a lot of those stuff for free. Then I went back to the companies and I asked them, like, hey, you know, how did that video, like, did it help your business? Some people were like, majority of the people in the videos were like, bro, you, like, my business has tripled since you made that video and you blah, blah, blah. Like, man, yeah, can I get a letter of recommendation saying like my marketing helped you and your business do these numbers or whatever? It don't have to be specific numbers like we made X amount of dollars, but it's like you helped my business grow, and just a positive like recommendation. Bro, I got ghosted on that.
No.
Yeah, bro. Companies on that. So it's like there's a lot of people, like I used to be like, yeah, I go to this company for this. I go to this company for this. I don't even speak about them no more.
Yeah. Right, bro. Y'all got it.
Because it's like I couldn't even get a letter of recommendation. I wrote up a letter for them. And I was like, hey, all y'all gotta do is just put it on your letterhead and just sign it. Oh, well, we gotta make sure, you know that.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's why we gotta have these things in place to save ourselves from that, because it's frustrating.
It's wild, bro. It's wild. I mean, and it's just like, and I'm very, you know, I'm glad I'm at a point in my life where I'm just like more like I've calmed down. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of like, it is what it is. You know, I got a good faith-based like life that I'm living. But back like 2 years ago or so, boy, we'd have been squabbling in the parking lot. I'd be like, hey, yeah, well, meet me out back because we got to handle this. You know, because it's like, I'm not like, I didn't expect to come in here to do anything. I didn't expect to get free
that
product.
3-piece with the soda right in the back.
Real quick.
But yeah, it's just, I don't expect to do things. Like, my expectations for a lot of stuff is I don't go into it with like, this is what's going to come of it.
Yeah.
I'm at that faith-based point in my life where I'm like, if this happens, this is gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, but if it doesn't, I'm not really tripping on it. I mean, but I'm gonna put 100% into what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But also, it's just a matter of like, I don't expect people to just ghost me. You know, I also don't expect people to just be like, no, I'm not gonna do that, or be rude when I tell them my price. Like I had somebody hit me up the other day. Literally, we were at For the Culture the whole day, all weekend. And he literally texted me and was like, hey, like, I know you're at For the Culture, or I know you're at the Plaza this whole weekend. I was wondering if you want to come out and do a video for this event that we got coming up. And I was like, I mean, I would, but like, you're hitting me up at 7 o'clock. You want me to come out there in 2 hours and I charge. And he was like, oh, well, no. We don't need all that. I was just thinking it was just going to be a 30-second video of this for this and that. And I'm like, bro, you're a business. Like fam, like you're a business. What you think I'm just out here doing charity work, fam? Like, we've had talks. Like, we've had talks before. So you know what I do. You know what goes on with all this stuff. Like, you just think like I'm finna just be like, yeah, bro, a 30-second video. There's more. Just because I make something 30 seconds doesn't mean that ain't a 5-minute clip that I have to edit and part and make sure that it's attractive and appealing to viewers. Because videos nowadays, people's attention span, you scroll, bro.
Yeah. People don't understand it. Like, that's like, just because it's a video that's like a 30-second video, they don't understand that is an hour's worth of your image.
Thank you.
Like, that 30 seconds can ruin your whole image if it doesn't look right. It's like, oh, this is blurry. Oh, he recorded this on a Nokia phone.
Exactly.
720p, bro.
You feel me? Like, you hear me? It's like, oh, his hair wasn't done. Oh, he's a bum.
Right, bro.
Or if you do it wrong compared to like what you plan on doing, or like what you're used to doing, they'll be like, oh, his quality of his videos are going down. He's stretching. He's reaching.
Right. It looks slopped together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even as artists, bro, how many times you heard a collab and you be like, that collab, that verse wasn't for this song.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, it's out of place.
Bro, it's like, he just gave him a throwaway verse,
exactly.
Bro. It's the same thing, bro. It's like
he made some quick money, or he just got a quick look.
He just had a verse written, you paid $10K for it, and he just put it on your song. Like, it's the same thing, bro. Oh, I thought it'd just be 30 seconds.
Like, he went deep into the vault, bro. And he knew should have left that in there, man.
Bro, when businesses hit me up for stuff like that, I'm just like, I just, if you assume I'm gonna do it for free, I'm assuming I'm taking something for free.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, bro. I'll turn into Denzel Washington so quick.
I'm leaving here with something. I'm leaving here with something.
I'm from around the way.
I'm from around the way.
Should I get 2 months free dinner, lunch whenever I want?
Yeah, exactly.
Work something out.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I'm all for bartering, you know?
Right.
But don't just expect to hit me up and be like, oh, I want you to do this video. I was thinking, like, and I text, when that text came to me, I text Mike and I was like, fam, look at this. And like, 'cause I screenshotted it to him, I was like, fam. I was like, and the thing is, like, I never think I'm like high up, or like people are like, oh, you're famous. I'm not famous. Like, I don't like that wording of anything. I'm well known, but I'm also consistent with what I do. That's why I'm well known. Like, that's why people know me. That's why I have a likable image. You know, I have a great personality when it comes to all this stuff. But also, it's like, don't act like you're doing me a favor. You know, fam, like you work for a company. You got your notoriety because that company's been there. I work for myself. Like, I got my notoriety because I've been putting in the work. You know what I mean? I don't have another company I don't have a national company or a branding well-known in the city that says like, here, this person is this, so you should respect them and you should be, you know, I got this title.
Yeah.
I don't have
It's
that.
a struggle, bro. It's like what we were saying, like going from just the artist, it's like you get past the high of like I'm performing everywhere to then being like, oh man, I gotta like get to know a little bit of business now because people are trying to like take advantage of me a little bit. So then you got to start realizing I got to learn this.
Yeah.
You know, and that's very important. There's so much to the business aspect of it all.
Right. Another thing, I think the small side, the outside of it, is like people don't realize like how hard it is to get to that point where I'm going to charge you now.
Yes.
Because like, bro, I do have a bleeding heart. I have a big heart, bro. Especially when it comes to the town, bro. Like, like if it's for the town, bro, like Tevin knows, bro, like if I can make it happen and it means to somebody that I care about in the town, I'm coming back. Yeah. To the point of people still ask, like, bro, do you live here? Or do you live in San Diego? Like, I live in San Diego. I try not to miss major events. Yeah. So I'm just like, bro, like if I'm coming for this major event and you somehow accidentally run into me at this event, bro, and you want me to do something for you. And like, I know in that moment, it's like, want to do it, but I got to charge you. And then you downplay it and you try to scrub me after that. I'm like, dog, do you know how much it hurt me to tell you I have to charge you? Literally, I have to,
See
bro.
that part, man.
Yeah, bro. It's like
right
you take that away. And then plus you take away the reach, bro. Like, for instance, dog, like, before Tevin started doing the I'm from Topeka stuff, like right before he was on TikTok talking about the bipolar 2 stuff. I hope I'm not.
No, you're good, bro.
He was talking about the bipolar 2 stuff, right? The girl I was seeing at the time that this happened was like, she thought that she was bipolar. So she was looking, of course, WebMD, looking it up on TikTok and stuff like that, and then seeing one of Tevin's videos. She has no idea. At this point, Tevin's not doing the I'm from Topeka stuff. So she shows me, and she was like, this is how I feel sometimes. And I looking at it, and like I looked at it like 3 times.
So,
I was
wait
like,
a minute. That's my dog.
I'm like, wait. Man, that's Tevin. I was like, bro, that's Tevin, bro. That itself is reach, bro. Because bro, me and Tevin, it's not like we talk every day. So we catch up every now and again, hope everything's good, yada, yada. But it's like, bro, that reach got to me. But before it even got to me, who's from the town out in California, not even in San Diego, we was like in the IE. So it's like, it got to the IE to my shorty at the time. And she showed me. I was like, bro, that's reach. That's reach in itself. And just from her liking that video, bro. Like from her liking that video, it turned in like now Tevin's in her algorithm. So now I'm from Topeka. Of course I know yada yada yada, right? And then people around me are talking about that because she sent that. So now that's how the algorithm works. So it's like people are talking, it's like before that, only thing people knew about Topeka was the damn foster home for imaginary friends. Like, it's not in Topeka.
That's
right?
it.
So
everybody been echoing the same joke about it.
And they're like, is this real? I'm like, yeah, all that's real. I mean, T.I. is not the best school in the nation, but
look, he said that part was skewed, but everything else is
right. It's true. Like, so it's just like, bro, like, you're not just paying for someone to come and do a 30-second video. You're paying for the likeness of someone. You're paying for someone to come shoot the video, edit the video, put the video out, and who all sees that. Right? So if he's doing this for Joe Mo's Meats, now people, since I watch his videos, people in San Diego was like, you know what? I do want to go because Taylor Swift and the Chiefs. Everybody wants to come here now.
Exactly.
Now people are going to try to go to Joe Mo's Meats. Because they heard it. They heard it. That's how quick it is. And people don't get that.
And people don't understand. Like I run my own website and stuff like that. But I get daily, like last night, I got people from Virginia. I got people from Toronto. I got people from, I think the Virgin Islands thing came across my website, like saying like, you have a site visitor from such and such, such and such, such and such. And I'm just like, it's traction. Like people don't understand. Like, and the only where I have my site to where people can really know where my site is on my TikTok. It's just in my bio. So that means they're going to my bio, looking at anything that they can find more about me in my bio. So it's like, y'all don't even understand like how much, like you said, reach. And I'm not one to really, like I was telling my wife the other day, it's like, I'm not one to really pop my shit like that. But understandably, like I do have to humbly step up and say like, no, like this is where it's at. This is what I'm doing. Like you can't ignore it now. You know what I mean? Like you just can't ignore it. And it's just a very, very disrespectful feeling when you have to tell somebody, you charge prices and they come back with a like, oh, I'm not doing that. It's like, well, why'd you even hit me up?
Right.
Yeah. So this ain't no auction, bro. You don't walk into no business like, I think this might be worth that much. And they're like, all right. It's like, no, this is the price. If you don't like it.
Or somebody, I used to downplay myself all the time. Like when it came to training, like that's why I got a lot of like my negotiation and like figuring out prices and stuff like that. I used to downplay my price. Like when I came to training, bro, I have like an equivalent to a master's in training. I'm a master trainer. So I have all my certifications, everything like that. So I should be only working with NBA, NFL, professional type athletes when it comes to personal training or any group training. And people would be like, oh, well, I was thinking more of paying this price for this amount of days. Or I got to a point where I was just like, that's when I was like, fitness, like being a trainer is that chapter's behind me. You know what I mean? Because it's like, y'all don't take it serious. Like I really put in all this education, all this dedication to it, 10, 11 years into it. But they started trying to hit me with I want to pay this price for this amount of days. And can you help me with my meal? And can you help me with accountability? Bro, I just left them on red. Yeah. Cause I'm like, I'm not like, I already put like my prices out there, what you would get with this, everything like that. And then when you come back and try to negotiate, like, bro, this is not an auction. Yeah. Like this is what it is. Yeah. you know, but
yeah, you gotta be confident, man. It takes, and it's hard, like, to be, because we struggle, like, especially as artists, man, we struggle with not wanting to seem like that cocky person. But it's like, there's that fine line, though, of stepping with confidence and it being all right. I'm the same way. I don't ever, that's the last thing I want to be looked at as, oh, he thinks he's like the best, better. And it's like, that's always a struggle. You know what I mean? So I get that.
It's a fine line.
It's hard.
It is, bro.
It's hard, bro. And it's like, I think it's, like, so much can be said, bro.
So
much can be said, bro. But like, it just, like, even though, like I said, I'm a very humble person. I'm not cocky whatsoever, bro. Like, at least I try not to be.
Right.
Until you give me a reason to be, then I'm gonna show you.
It's like, don't do that.
Right. Don't make me prove it to you. But it's just like, bro, like, you reached out to me because you knew about me. I didn't know you.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you could have left me alone for free. That's what you could do for free, bro. Like, you leave me alone for free. So it's like, when you get to, I'm not paying that, I'm like, why'd you bother me?
Why'd you enter my thought process?
Right, you feel me? It's like I'm not mad at you. Like, I'm not about to talk bad on you. It's like, all right, cool. Well, respectfully, like, I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that. Right?
And that's the thing, is like you reached out to me 2 hours before you want me to come out here, and you thought like it would help me. Like I said, I'm not one to brag or not one. I'm very humble. Like, I literally have to stay humble, eat greedy on the inside of my heart. But it's like the matter of like, you're not doing me a favor at this point. You know what I mean? Like, you're not. Like I built this from the ground up. You know what I mean? Like, I got where I'm at because I know what I can do and I know what I bring to the table. You know, so
it's a struggle. It's a struggle feeling those type of ways. You don't want to like feel like you're burning somebody or making them think nothing wrong. But man, so do you also mix and master your own stuff, or do you?
No, not anymore.
Okay,
not anymore. No, it was one of those things. It's like I used to do a little bit of everything. Like, as far as like, I used to produce by myself, I mix and mastered, I recorded, and I got to a point. It's like, I don't enjoy.
Like, I'm wearing every hat. It feels like work now.
Yeah,
like,
bro. Because it would get to a point like I would just like it would. Whatever I was mixing, it would bleed into me, bro. Like, it'd be stuck there.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm never satisfied with it. And I just wound up not putting nothing out.
Yeah,
bro. Like, so I was like, look, I need to record it, and I can put a rough mix on it, just like this is good enough for me to listen to and memorize it. But as far as getting it full, like, mix and mastered, I send it away. And I don't want to hear it till it comes back. Like,
right.
Bro.
Like, just let me hear the finished product, because I don't want to start being like, oh, bro, just try this, try this.
Exactly, because if you send me back one, and like the dude that mix and masters my stuff now, he literally tells me, he's like, you get 3 revisions. That's it.
Because he knows you're the overthinker.
Because he knows. I'll be like, bro, I'll literally get to the point, I'm like, I don't like how I said your when I should have said
for real. No,
bro.
I said it with a little bit of a different tone. Like, it's all the.
But why's my voice so deep on this part?
Yeah,
is my voice really that deep? I'm like, does my voice sound like that in real life? Like, I'll get to
that's
that, boy.
Hard, though. That's a struggle, though.
Yeah,
that's
bro. So I was like, yeah, bro, like get away from me, because that way, because even in mix and master, bro, I would get to a point of like, I'm gonna redo this whole verse. I don't like it,
bro. You'll say,
bro.
So then start playing with too many delays and reverbs, and it's like I lost my. Now the song is just mudded out. Like, I gotta delete it.
Now I don't want it no more. Like,
it's a struggle, man. That's I was struggling hard with that too. Like, going to Full Sail, learning all the technicalities of stuff, and it got me away from like the creative side of it more. And I was like, I'm trying to learn compression like to the science now. This is not like, let me learn the basics and then practice that. And typically now, when I put the most basic, when I use way less plugins and stuff, I get the best. Like, it's the most simple things.
Right.
It's the basics, really.
Right. And plus, like, I get to a point where I think about it like, bro, there's somebody out there that loves doing this as much as I love writing the song.
Boom. Like, this is all they write.
This is what you love to do.
Like, you're passionate about turning these knobs,
I don't want to take that from you, G.
Right.
You can have it, bro. Like,
do your work.
It's our baby. It's hard to give it away, though. It's hard, but it's like, all right, man, you got to find out one. And once you find that person, that is so important, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that engineer you can really trust. Like, okay, that's...
Yeah, you can really vibe with. Because, like, especially now with the days of, like, plugins, bro, like, I remember this when I was looking for the person I work with now. Some dude sent me something back and like had like a lot of reverb on my voice.
Oh my God,
damn, they're auto-tunish, bro.
Oh yeah, he said, people put their own. You said, what chain did you slap on this, bro? What preset did you just slap on, bro?
I literally called Buddy, and the only thing I said was no.
Yeah, like no.
That's the I had the same thing happen, bro. Like, and it was like, and it's he's well known and stuff, and that's when I had to realize, like, all right, man, like I definitely at least got to be, if I'm sending it off, I got to get my vocals mixed, then, because people will do stuff that'll change the tone, change the natural, and that's what happened to me. And I was like, yeah, man, just like send that back. Like this ain't gonna work, man.
Bruh, like so repeat it, right? That's my single right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like the roll one up if you made it.
Yeah,
I sent it to somebody and it came back. And like this was like, bro, like the dude that usually makes and masters, like he was out for a second. It was it wasn't a honeymoon, but like a vow.
But you instantly heard it.
Right, bro. And when it came back, bro, it went from roll one up if you made it to roll one up if you made it. I was like, bro, you don't even sound like a chipmunk, dog. I was like, bro, I sang it how I sang it for a reason.
I didn't want that effect.
Right, bro. Like, I was like, bro, I sent this to you, and it was meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
And you sent me back a vegan dish, bro.
You
sent
see
me
what
back
I'm saying?
a Caesar salad.
Look, he said a meatless
meat and potatoes,
bro. Oh my gosh, bro.
Crazy.
I was hurt, bro.
Yeah, that is though. It's
right.
That's why it's so like you found somebody that you can. That's key.
Right.
An engineer can make or break the whole everything.
I was so hurt. I was like, bro, I'll wait till B get back. I'll wait till B get back and I'll send it.
Like, I want to put this out. I'm itching, but it's worth me being patient, man.
Yeah,
this is not going.
It's gonna ride whenever I put it out.
That's crazy.
Sheesh, man.
That's wild to have that. You know, have that. Like I ain't got to deal with none of that like experience when it comes to volume or like the lyrics on anything that I do, because I do all the editing and video and stuff myself. But I can only imagine. But I'm gonna start getting into like DJing and stuff.
Yeah,
man. I'm start learning how to
try and get Tev on the
tables.
mic, man. See if he can get us a 16.
Man, I ain't giving you no. I'll give you 16 seconds of what up, Topeka. I'll give you one of them.
Kev gonna be a DJ Khaled, bro.
Yeah, no. Another one.
Another
one.
Man, so man, since I gotta ask you this: did you mess with the "I'm from Topeka" song then, bro? Was that cool?
Bro, it was solid.
Okay.
It was cool, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you.
I gotta ask you, because I'm gonna respect that, because you're a Topeka native too, bro. So that was just my little side of why I love
bro,
Topeka,
I fool
bro.
with it, bro. Like I seen like when y'all were actually like shooting the video. I was like, I like this. It's just straight up, bro.
It's
fun,
like bro. Okay, bet.
Yeah, it's a good little vibe, man. You know what I mean? Just have positivity.
Fun.
Give us something to like. That's why I'm like rocking the Topeka hat and stuff like that, because we don't have no like everybody's KC, Kansas City, you know what I mean? So it's just like something to be proud of, you know what I mean? Just have our own own song, things like that. So it's definitely a good little
It's the beauty of home, bro. Just the beauty of home, because like just highlighting what no matter where I go though, like I'm gonna be me, whatever town, whatever city, and it's just like about connecting with people no matter where you're at, like So
it's like I think maybe a year ago, there's an artist for her named Stick Figure who's mad dope.
Yeah, Stick
mad
Figure.
dope, bro. Stick's dope, bro.
Yeah.
And like I've had Stick on songs, but it was always one like Stick's like big bro, bro. Like that's like if there was a big bro, it'd be Stick, right?
Yeah.
So it's like he was like, I want you on the song. I was like, bro, I've been waiting my whole life for him to ask me to be on the song, bro.
Yeah.
And the song was about Topeka. And when I put the verse out, like everybody was like, is Topeka really like that? Because like in California, you get there's black people in Kansas.
They get. Come on, bro.
I was like, man,
I question that, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, it's dumb, bro. I'm like, bro, I'll do you one better. Like, I bet you wouldn't have went to school with white people if it wasn't for the black people in Kansas.
Exactly.
Like, let me learn you something real quick.
There we go.
Let me learn you something real quick. So it's like,
shout out to Linda Brown.
Man.
Shout out to Linda Brown.
But yeah, bro, like, so I did my whole verse. And like, when I started writing the verse, like, I got so passionate in my verse. It's like legitimately just talking about like Topeka, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, hey, man, so I'm going to carry Topeka with me wherever I go.
Yeah,
I got to, bro.
That's it.
I got to, bro. Because like it's hard to like. I always before that I was like it's hard to explain Topeka.
It is.
It's like what's it like? I was like I'm not one of them people like I like what I like. I can't always tell exact numbers, right? It's like what's the population? I don't know, man.
It's a feel, bro. It's a home feel.
Bro. It's
you know what I mean? Like
bro.
when you get home, it's like it's home,
right, bro? It's like I'll tell people it's too small to be a city, too big to be a town.
Yeah, it's right in the middle somewhere, bro. That right in between.
Population is 127,000 in Shawnee County.
Yeah.
How you know that?
I used to be a deputy.
You was a deputy?
Sheriff's deputy. Mm-hmm. Sheriff's deputy. When I turned 20, I was fresh.
You was Rick Ross this whole time?
I worked corrections too.
That's why he ain't rapping, bro. People know.
Like, bro, you was in a jail, fam. Like, you really ain't like that.
Right. You gonna come out with a verse and just something.
Like,
they said, nah, bro. Nah.
Officer Harmon.
Exactly. That's exactly Officer Harmon. Yeah, they didn't know, but they knew in the juvenile corrections. The juvenile corrections, them kids knew I didn't play that.
I bet.
I'm cool. Like, we could chop it up. We could be cool. But when it came down time, y'all want to fight? Y'all want to fight while I'm in the mod? Nah, fam. I'm gonna show you something real quick. Bro. There's not to brag or nothing, but and this is off subject, but I locked the whole mod down when 2 kids were fighting, busted another kid. One kid busted another kid over the head with the lunch tray. I locked the whole mod down and had the kid handcuffed by the time the squad came after I called it in. Everybody was at their doors. Everybody was popped to the doors. I popped the doors open while I did it, put them in cuffs. They said, dang, my lieutenant came in. He said, I'm going to start having to call you Captain Morgan because the way you was standing over dude when we got into the bar, because I was standing over him, I was like, locked down. And I got everything all shut down. But and the kids know, there's like, the first time they ever fought my mom when I was in there.
Powerbomb a 10-year-old.
Right.
No, he was 17. He was about to go to the adult side. He was picking on a 15-year-old. That's the thing. Boy, I put him on his head, though. I ain't gonna lie.
How many Stone Cold Stunners you give?
Look, bro.
I waited my whole life for this.
Behind closed doors. Them kids would try you behind closed doors.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I know, bro.
You'd be like, all right, I'm going to do a round check real quick. That door, pop that door. Kid be like, yeah, what up, Harmon? What up, Harmon? Pow, 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 put him on that metal frame, dog. It was fun. It was fun.
I coached kids football for a little bit. And I was like, not kids, like there's like 8th graders. I was like, man, y'all mother lippy.
Let me teach you something real quick.
Right, bro. Like, man, don't do it, bro. I'm gonna have to beat you in your day.
Like you're pushing buttons I didn't even know I had, man. Why do I feel like
right, you fully padded? Come here, bro. Stop it. So bro, 17, I know you was trying to get at you.
Yeah, they tried it. And like I said, and until some of them came in, like some well-known people here in Topeka, they came in and it was like, no, don't mess with him. Like, don't mess with him. Like, don't fight. Don't do anything. Like, it's gonna be. And I always tell them, it's gonna be a chill day, y'all. Like, it's cool. Let's kick it. I'll laugh with you. I'll joke with you. Like, I'm cool. But when you try to make my job hard, I'm gonna make the rest of your day hard. Like, it's gonna be a problem. There'll be times where kids would talk behind that wall or that steel door warriors. Like, man, Harmon, you ain't gonna do blah blah. Like, pissed off and stuff. Pop that door. I pop their door. All you hear is zzz, and then it would get quiet. Like, if you really want it, then we can come out here and handle it. But yeah, I mean, I don't advise anybody to do that. That was back in my, like I said, back in my younger days when I was a fresh 21. That was 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Fresh 21. I was like, we can get it cracking. You know what I mean? So
before learning discernment, man.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah,
bro, that's such an important part.
I don't know how much time we got, but like, how did you get into music?
Yeah,
man, I know. I was asking you.
Church, man. I started playing drums in church at 9. My dad was up there playing bass, and I was sitting there and just, it was weird. I just knew it was like a calling. I was like, man, I want to be up there. I would always be watching the drummer, sitting there kind of trying to play on rhythm with him. And then one day he called in sick, and my dad was like, looked at me, and I'd never played, bro. And he was like, come on up. And I just played like the whole set, like just was on beat, kind of sitting back, playing a little quiet. But and ever since then, man, I knew that, okay, this is something like I really enjoy, so just grew from there, man. Started writing music. I wrote my first song. It was called God is Real. I think I was 10 or something like that. It was cool. It was the truth for sure. But, and then, man, just kind of been working ever since, man. Went to school just so I could get my own studio because I was like, studio time's expensive. I want to learn to be able to sit at home and create, so I've been doing that, so.
Sure.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, man.
And you and content creating, was it just something that just kind of like just happened?
Man, I've been doing it for so long, man. Like I was running my own gym and stuff. So, I started vlogging back in 2016. I always knew I wanted to vlog, but I was vlogging on a Canon Rebel T6i on big old DSLRs, like big old cameras. I went out to Seattle. Like I want to travel the world and like be able to just see things. So, and I want to share that experience with people. But then I got kidney failure. I had kidney failure, went through all that. Me and my wife, my girlfriend at the time, but now my wife, but she, she supported me throughout the whole time. And then I got into fitness, like, cause I always knew fitness was my thing. And then I always did my own videos. We helped a couple businesses grow from 20 to 200 people in less than 4 months. And we 10X businesses. And then I started my own branding. And when you do your own gym and stuff, you have to create content. I mean, if you don't create content, then you ain't gonna do nothing.
Nobody know you exist.
Yeah, exactly. So I just started doing all that, and then, man, like I got the camera to when I signed for the Tropics, when I signed my contract and everything like that, I was like, I'm gonna get this camera because I know my family can't go with me on the road while we go to these away games.
Mm.
But I'm gonna document my life and, you know, show them when I come back, you know, like, hey, this is what daddy was at, this is what it looked like, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, the football team started going down and man, my content just started going up. I think I really just like truly embraced myself. You know what I mean? Because I never like really truly embraced myself on like, you know, just put the camera in front of your face up, bro. It's not gonna be perfect. You know what I mean? Like I always used to look at other content creators and like watch them vlog and be like, oh, I need to do this effect and this and this transition. It's like, bro, people don't care. You know what I mean? People like now in the age that we're in, people just want to see you.
Yeah.
You know, so I just kind of went from there, man, and had them viral videos and just been running with it. So
I feel it.
Yeah. It's not quitting.
Just
never
not quitting.
just
It's just
pivoting,
consistent.
knowing
Yeah.
how to pivot, knowing how to adapt. I think that's important. I'm reading a book I've been bringing up to him. It's called
I'm excited for it, man.
I know there's no plan B for your A game, and it's like, man, it's so good because it's like, it just basically, just to sum it up, I'm not gonna give no spoilers, but like, it just like, no matter what the field looks like and it changes, like always bring your A game. Like it's gonna keep changing. Learn how to adapt and just it matters. Like just keep carrying your best foot forward into each change.
Yeah,
and don't let it necessarily change you with your game that you're bringing forward. So it's important, man. So I know, especially with music, there's so much crazy changes happening just all the time, bro. It's ever changing. It's exciting, but it's also like chaotic too. It's like, where's it going? Man. Like, you know, so
for sure. And it's like, I feel like a lot of artists get caught up in trying to ride a wave. Don't
shortcuts and quick things.
Bro.
It just don't
get caught up in that. Like, it's I think the best thing, if I was to ever give advice to any artist, is like, bro, like drown out the bullshit. Because there's gonna be artists that are mad dope and just didn't believe in themselves enough to tell you that you done aged out or you're too old or you're not relevant. And it's like, you have no idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you don't know my demographic. You don't know anything about me. So how can you tell me just because you gave up, bro? And it's like, everybody was trying to strike quick with like a hit song and just ride away. Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Like if you continue to do it, you continue to do it, you in there, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
You can make a cool living, bro. Like by no means am I A-lister, but like I was telling him earlier, like I never really want for too much.
Yeah, man. You know? And it's legacy too. You're leaving legacy. And at any moment, you know what a song can do. We all know like the power of doors being open from just one piece of art. So
for sure.
Man, I'm gonna be checking a lot more of your music out. I've been listening, bro, since he like was like, hey, because I'd never really like, I heard a lot about you always, but I never really like dove in and really, so I checked your YouTube out. Yeah, bro, I definitely love your music.
Yeah.
And you know, I might send you some stuff. We can talk about this out the pod. I would love to have some sort of collab. You talk about 90s, like that 90s soul R&B. Like I absolutely love that.
Sure.
So yeah, man,
bro.
That'd be amazing.
A lot of things coming. And last question, what's your favorite memory and favorite thing about Topeka, man?
Favorite memory or favorite thing about Topeka? Man, that's rough. Hold on, it's gonna be a second. Give me a second.
Yeah. It catches everybody off guard.
Yeah.
Bro, because like Topeka is like, you get so many different type of experiences,
right?
Bro.
You do, bro.
Like so many different type of experiences, bro. So like
just anything monument or something that just sticks. Like it's just, man, that one moment or that one time.
Bruh, I think as sappy as it sounds, bruh, like I had my first kiss at Lake Shawnee on 4th of July, like when they had like the big fireworks show. Yeah. That would have to be, that'd be for sure, bruh. I don't know, bro. I was a little romantic little dude, man. I wanted all the movie stuff, right? Like I wanted all
Annie
the
knows
movie
poetry,
stuff.
man.
Right. I was like, I want to kiss under this, man. No, we got the white winners. I wanted the Hallmark winner. I wanted all of that, man. So it's like, yeah, bro.
That's a good memory for sure.
That's it for sure, man. Because it was between that and as bad as it seems, like getting in trouble. Because again, with Lake Shawnee, like y'all remember like the dam. Like before they had like the big brown bridge over there, bro. Like it's just a dam. My homeboy Nick, bro, it was just like we rode our bikes all the way over to the dock, and then we're going. It's like it looks like a waterfall. He's like, bro, let's go down in it. And I was like, man, I'm gonna get in trouble. Like these, I was like, bro, these are new clothes. Like I had the fresh Kmart pack. You know what I'm saying? On the landway. And he's like, man, it'll be all right. Let's go down in it. Like it was muddy. We slid all the way down in the dam, bro.
Oh,
bro, just stuck down there, dog. Like,
bro,
yeah. It's like as much as I got toe up, man, I got my ass handed to me. But that's one of my favorite memories, man.
That's the best ones.
Yeah, bro. Like it was like the adrenaline rush. Like, bro, like, am I gonna be stuck down here forever?
Yeah, for real. Can we get out? Like, survive past this?
Right.
Like,
like I said, Topeka's like it's so close knit, like with the people and just even like just the attractions, bro. Like there's when I come back to visit, I always take one day usually before I leave, and I just drive to every big point that I had.
Man, just for that nostalgia,
like everything, bro. Like even stuff that changes, like it's weird because like going to Highland Park, where that Walmart is, wasn't always there. Like, it was a field. So it's always weird to me. It's like, bro, because that's where we always got in fights at. You know what I'm saying? I was a knucklehead.
Like, meet me over there, bro.
Yeah,
School on lunch.
And now it's like, dang, bro, like I fought somebody in the cosmetics section. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, just like everything about Topeka, bro. Yeah. Like, dang, that's a good question.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Yeah, man. Well, where can everybody follow you at and find you at, man?
That man Lyric on. Actually, no, I changed it. It's lyric.reddick on all social media platforms. LYRIC.REDDICK. If you look up Reddick like the movie, you will not find me, and I will not help you.
Yeah, I will not help you. Yeah, check him out, man.
Yeah, check him out.
Definitely.
Streaming on all music platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, all that, man. So, man, we appreciate you, for making this happen. Yeah. You gotta make it back to San Diego and everything like that. But it's all love. Make sure that y'all comment, subscribe, share, and let us know who we should have on the I'm From Topeka podcast next. And make sure you hit that bell notification so you never miss a I'm From Topeka podcast.
Don't miss it.
Let's go. We'll see y'all next time. It's always peace and love.
Love.
Sure.
It's about the people, babe. Yeah. I love my city, babe. From the north, south, west to the east side. T.O.P.